Welcome back to Curious Mind, where we explore the most fascinating corners of the human experience. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Jacob. And today's episode is a weird one, in the best possible way. We're going to talk about jobs you probably never imagined were real. We're not talking about fantasy or internet jokes. These are actual, fully legitimate professions.
Yep. From people who are paid to cuddle strangers in Japan, to someone whose full-time job is moving actual icebergs in Canada. It sounds like sci-fi, but it's just work in its most surprising form.
And these jobs tell us a lot about culture, economy, loneliness, even climate. So get ready. This episode is going to be a wild ride through the unexpected world of human labor.
Let's start soft, literally. In Japan, there's an actual industry for professional cuddling. No therapy, no romance, just human touch.
It's usually offered in what's called a cuddle cafe or by private appointment. People go in, sign a contract, and spend 30 minutes to an hour cuddling with a trained staff member. Fully clothed, no intimacy involved.
And honestly, when I first heard about it, I raised an eyebrow. But the more I read, the more I understood. Japan has one of the highest rates of social isolation in the world, particularly among young adults and the elderly.
Exactly. There's even a term, hikikomori, for people who shut themselves in for months or even years. In a culture where emotional vulnerability isn't always encouraged, these services are offering something deeply needed.
It's like a response to emotional hunger. You wouldn't judge someone for needing food, so why judge someone for needing affection?
And get this, the training is serious. Professional cuddlers learn about consent, personal space, and nonverbal communication. It's emotionally demanding work.
And expensive. Some places charge $80 an hour. But for many clients, it's cheaper than therapy and more immediate in comfort.
Now from cuddles to cries, let's talk about professional mourners. In countries like Ghana and parts of China, people are hired to cry at funerals.
I know it sounds strange, but it's deeply cultural. In Ghana, funerals are not quiet, solemn events, they're grand, emotional ceremonies. And the louder the grief, the more respect shown to the dead.
In many regions of China, it's similar. Mourning is public, performative, and very ritualized. And these professional mourners, often women, are trained to cry, wail, even faint on cue.
It's like emotional theater, but with sacred roots. You're not faking grief. You're helping the family express something too deep for words.
It makes me think, we sometimes judge these things through a Western lens. But if mourning is communal, why not invite someone to guide that emotion?
Exactly. In a way, these mourners act as emotional leaders. They break the silence, open the space for sorrow, and allow others to follow. Okay, time to change the mood and maybe wrinkle your nose. Odor testers. These are people who literally sniff armpits, shoes, and sometimes dog breath for a living.
It's a real job, mostly in research labs and product companies. Think deodorant brands, toothpaste, pet food companies. They all need to understand how things smell before and after use.
And it's not casual sniffing. These testers are trained to detect different scent categories and intensity levels. They even score them numerically.
Some companies in Germany and the US pay testers thousands per month. But it takes a toll. Many lose their sense of smell over time or develop sensitivities.
It's a reminder that even the most invisible things, like scent, are carefully engineered. Someone's job is to make sure your shampoo smells just right,
Now to something that sounds like a Pixar movie, iceberg movers. In Canada, there are real teams hired to move icebergs away from oil rigs.
Especially in Newfoundland. After the Titanic sank, iceberg tracking became serious business. Now, when massive bergs drift into industrial areas, teams are sent out to redirect them.
They use tugboats, nets, water cannons, even air bubbles. It's slow, high-risk work that requires expert marine knowledge.
And you're literally playing chess with nature. One wrong move, and a billion-dollar rig is at risk. It's dangerous, but oddly poetic, human versus ice.
I read about a guy who said the job feels like dancing with giants. I love that.
Back to Japan, where the art of apology is so important, there are professionals trained to do it for you.
They're called Shazai Daiko. These people are hired to apologize on behalf of others, whether it's a company scandal, a cheating spouse, or a public embarrassment.
It sounds strange until you realize how much Japanese culture values face-saving and formality. A well-done apology is not just words, it's posture, bow angle, tone, even timing.
And it's an emotional job. Some apologizers report crying after difficult assignments. They're absorbing shame for someone else.
It raises questions, right? Is it authentic? Is outsourcing emotion okay?
But maybe it's more like hiring a lawyer, someone to speak for you when you can't, or don't know how.
Now let's go from heavy to heartwarming panda nannies. In Chengdu, China, people are employed full-time to take care of baby pandas.
It's the cutest job ever, but also incredibly competitive. You need training in animal care, biology, and even costume wearing.
Yes. They wear panda suits so the cubs don't bond with humans. That way, when the pandas are released into the wild, they don't seek human contact.
It's a beautiful blend of science, conservation, and sheer fluffiness. I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Me too, but only after the 5 a.m. bottle feeding and poop cleaning shift.
Here's one you probably didn't know exists. Chicken sexers. Their job? Identify the gender of chicks within seconds of hatching.
And they're fast, up to 1,000 chicks per hour. It's mostly done by hand, using tiny visual cues in the feathers or under the tail.
It takes months to learn, and the industry is so specialized, most experts come from Japan or Australia. It's also disappearing due to automation.
Still, there are hatcheries that rely on the human touch. Literally, it's precise, high-pressure work. Okay, brace yourself. Dog food tasters. These people eat dog food, and not just once, regularly.
They're usually food scientists checking for flavor, texture, and nutrition. Some test raw food, others canned meals. It's all about quality control.
Apparently, some premium dog foods taste like liver pate. I wouldn't know, and probably won't find out.
It's proof that even pet food goes through human scrutiny. Literally. Imagine standing in a field all day, flapping your arms to scare birds. That's the job, human scarecrow.
In the UK, especially on organic farms, this job still exists. Some wear neon vests, others play loud music. It's low-tech but effective.
And in Japan, some scarecrows even wear horror masks or traditional outfits. It's part farm work, part performance.
Honestly, not the worst way to spend a day outdoors unless it rains. our last job and maybe the most relatable professional line standers. You pay them to wait in line so you don't have to.
In New York, they'll wait for Broadway tickets, Apple products, sneaker drops. In Russia, it started during the Soviet era when lines were long for basic goods.
It's literally selling time. If you make $100 an hour, paying someone $20 an hour to stand in line is smart economics.
And hey, for college students or freelancers, it's great side income. Just bring a book and a thermos.
From panda nannies to iceberg movers, today's episode proves that the working world is far stranger and more fascinating than we think.
And every weird job tells a story about culture, need, and the human imagination. Whether it's grief, affection, or penguin poop, someone, somewhere is making it their living.
If you've heard of an odd job or had one yourself, write to us. You might be featured in a future episode.
Thanks for listening to Curious Mind. See you next time.